Hello.
Hello.
How are you, everybody? We are back and we are live. So we had a week off last week, but we are back for the rest of this month. Probably. I'm not committing to anything. Life's been so weird at the moment. Goodness knows what it's going to throw us next. But we keep planning to be here on a Monday with lots of fab website and membership site tips. So for those of you who do not know us, I am Jude, and this is
Chris.
And together we are Ready Steady Websites. So we have come to talk to you today to help you with a membership site launch, or really these tips could be applied to launching any kind of product or service online. They are transferable tips, but tips that really are important to make sure that your launch goes smoothly, that you are not panicking, that other people helping you with your launch aren't panicking, and to basically help your online business work a little bit better for you. So we will start with our first of our 4 tips, which is, and this is a key one, this is like the big one. If you get this right, it's going to help with everything else. Give yourself enough time to launch. Now, we recommend that you give yourselves 90 days ideally from sort of thinking, yeah, we're going to do this and start talking about it to actually launching, but 30 days as a minimum.
Yeah, not tomorrow. As some people seem to think that they can get their membership site set up, load all their content in, and then tell their audience about it tomorrow. So the whole idea of the 90 days is it gives you time to drive traffic to your site, get people onto a waitlist page. So you should have a waitlist page. Is that one of the things?
Yeah, yes, we do talk about.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, you should be getting people onto some way of getting them onto your email address. So you know you've got interested parties there. So it takes 90 days to build these kind of things up, doing regular, consistent social stuff, sending out emails about it, going on different podcasts, on different group memberships, on different keynote speeches, whatever you've got to do to kind of drum up the attention. That takes time, so you do need to give yourself enough time to do it. You don't want to go live with your membership site, even if it's working 100%, and try and sell it to one person. It's just not going to work. If you've got 100 people on your list, you've got more chances of selling to those people. If you've got 1,000 people on your list, there's even more chance you've got of selling to those people as well. So don't do yourself a disservice.
Yeah, and also it's good to give yourself that time as well, because if you're giving yourself enough time and you're talking about your membership to people, it means that if new ideas come to mind, or if you realise, oh, actually, I thought I might do something this way, but it's becoming quite apparent as I reflect on it that that's not going to work, those 90 days give you time to make those changes, make those little tweaks, so that you know you're going to launch with something that really is right for you and for your potential members. So yeah, it is a really good idea to give yourself sort of at least 30 days, but 90 days is perfect from sort of putting it out there to actually doing the full launch.
If you've already got an email list and you've already been talking about things kind of off the cuff, and you know that there's interest there, then you can reduce that down to like 30 days would be the minimum we'd suggest. But that 90 days just gives you more chance of driving traffic to your site and getting people interested. But yeah, if people have been begging you for a membership and you know you've got the list there, then you can do it quicker. But yeah, most of the time you'll need 90 days.
But don't do it any more quicker than 30 days, and our next points will make that apparent as to why. So our next tip for you is to put all important dates in your calendar. So don't just have it in your head. Don't just think like, yeah, do you know what? I know what I've got to do to launch. I've got to get a waitlist out there. I'm going to run a couple of workshops to drum up some interest and sell off the back of. I am going to be getting all the tech ready at some point. I'll do it before I launch. Don't think like that. Actually put the dates in your diary. Actually think, right, the waitlist page is going to go up on this day, and I'm going to be running the workshops on these days, and I need to have my tech ready by this day. Actually put the dates in your diary. Make them real set deadlines that you're going to work to. Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself accountable to those dates. If you are good anyway and you've written it in a planner and you know that means you'll do it, that's great. If you're not great at keeping to your own deadlines and keeping yourself accountable, get someone to keep you accountable. Have an accountability partner. Perhaps you've got a coach. Perhaps you've actually got a team, and so it doesn't not going to look great if you're not sticking to your own deadlines when you've got a team working with you on this launch. But do whatever you need to do to actually stay accountable to your own deadlines, because again, that is going to make your launch go much more smoothly. You don't want to go, do you know what, I've been really good and I've set this date to have the tech ready and to have all the emails written and the automation done, and then you don't have it done, and then the day before launch you're going, I still haven't written the welcome email and I haven't done this and that. So yeah, do set the dates for each stage of the process of launching. Hello Jess, got Jess saying hello on Instagram. Do set the dates for each stage of launching and stick to them, and do whatever you need to do to keep yourself accountable to stick to them.
Yeah, so basically pick a date in the future where you want to launch. If you have got virtually no audience, or you haven't talked about this new membership before, take that date, and if it's 90 days is less than the time it is now, you need to push that date a little bit further out, and then you need to reverse engineer back from that date and put in all your milestones coming back to the current date that you're on, because you'll just stress yourself out. There's things that will just appear out of nowhere that you won't have time to do. And which leads us on to the third point, which is to have your tech ready at least 2 weeks before you're ready to launch, because it's really, really, really stressful if you're launching a membership and like you've launched it that morning and there's still some tech gremlins in there and you don't know if you're going to be able to fix them in time, especially if they're tech gremlins that are affecting sign-ups or things that people see when they sign up, because it just kind of affects the feel of people signing up, and it puts doubt in people's minds, and they think, oh, have I done the right thing? This doesn't seem complete. This didn't work. I didn't get a welcome email, or the welcome email had text in it. You know, you need to check everything. So when we say you need to make sure your tech is ready, it's making sure that it works in test mode and you run test payments through, making sure any kind of membership rules or access levels that you got in place are working, making sure your membership tiers work and the pricing works and that it's working on a recurring basis or an annual basis, however you set your tiers up, and also making sure that emails are going out when they should be as well. Once that's all working in test mode, repeat the process again in live mode. So in live mode, you actually, what we recommend doing, and we do this for everything we launch, we sign up with a genuine credit card and we go through the process and we actually give over actual money of our own money and make sure the process works, the money comes out of the account right, the payment descriptors are all correct and everything like that, and that the refund process works as well, so you can test it both ways as well. And one of the advantages of doing it that way, particularly for a membership, is that if you're doing like clever things, like maybe you're closing down the membership after 12 months because it's like a 12-month cohort, or maybe there's like an upgrade path in there or something like that, you know in advance, because you're already signed up to it, if any like reminder emails aren't going out on time. So it just kind of reduces those stress levels, and knowing the tech's in place 2 weeks before makes it a lot easier to push people, like, you know, I'm getting excited about it, everything's ready, and you're going to be really confident when you're selling it because you know there's no issues. You can just, you know, people are going to, you know, everything works, you know that people are going to sign up to it, you know that there's everything, no stone has been left unturned. So we say it quite a lot anyway with us. We're quite belts and braces anyway, so we do like to test and test and test and test and test. But then it just makes the whole process smoother as people join. That whole customer journey is smooth and easy, and there's no stress involved for anyone. So yeah, we recommend 2 weeks beforehand having that tech ready.
Yeah, so there are two last points into one really. Yeah. Point number 3 is making sure it's all right. Chris gets so excited about these things. So yeah, point number 3 is make sure your tech is ready 2 weeks beforehand. And point number 4 is you test the whole process. And like Chris said, if it is some kind of membership or some kind of recurring thing, it is a great idea just to leave a test account in there testing it. We have Bob Wharton on Ready Steady websites. He is our test person, and so yeah, we just know he signed up about a week before we launched it, so if anything is wrong with Bob Wharton's account at any point, we know we've got a week to go in and sort it out before anybody real gets to that stage in their membership, and it is a really good idea to do that. And Jess is saying on Instagram that she's just closed the doors on her membership and she's using one of our membership sites, and yes, she did have some little tech gremlins, but she did have Chris there to help her, and so that is kind of an additional tip. You know, if you're not sure about these things yourself, do have someone who is, that you know that you have got there, that you can, you know, send them an email, or they're actually there with you on the launch day, or whatever is going to help you feel confident in the process, because not everyone's good at tech, and you're not expected to be. You're running your business and your membership with the expertise you've got in whatever you're running it in, but there are other people like this man who can help with that kind of thing and make the whole process go nice and smoothly and iron out anything that needs ironing out at the time.
And also from a testing perspective as well, it's not just the kind of payment, membership rules, all that kind of stuff. Make sure when you do your lead magnet that you sign up to it with a fake account and that you get the emails and the automations are coming out properly. So we've probably got about 50 something at our web address in our kind of mailing list, because we test every single permutation of our waiting list pages and our sign up pages, and if we make a change to it, we'll test it again just to make sure it's definitely firing and definitely working. So we can't advocate that enough, really. Just test and test and test and test to make sure that everything is correct. But things happen, people make mistakes. I put the wrong time on the blog post this morning, so it went out at 1 p.m. instead of 1 a.m. Human error happens, but as many things as you can put in place to make sure that those things aren't going to happen, the more professional it's going to make you look. And also, it's just going to be a lot less stressful because all your ducks are in a row, basically.
Yeah, but it was all right, because we have lovely people on our email list who emailed and said, your blog post's going to a 404 page. And I went in and went, so it is, because the blog's not there yet. So that was a quick fix. But yeah, things happen. Some people, nothing is ever going to be perfect. You can feel you've got everything right. And just because you did something when you were tired, you put PM instead of AM. It happens.
I don't do 12-hour clocks. I'm just 24 hours, so I'm just on 24 hours.
Chris didn't clock
so
the PM
I was like, what was with the PM bit? It's 1. That's 1 in the morning, right? But yeah, these things happen.
You can tell I normally do the blog posts.
Yes.
Chris has done it for 2 weeks.
But at least we know people read our blog posts.
We do know.
It was planned. That was a test. I was making sure that people actually read our blog posts. So
Yes.
all part of the plan.
And that they'd actually tell us
that
if
was
it
an
was wrong.
engagement hack, that was.
Yes.
So
Yes.
sorted.
That's definitely what we did. Then Jess is saying you really are on 24 hours, Chris.
I do sleep sometimes.
He does sleep sometimes, yes. But yeah, so hopefully those tips will help you. Hopefully they'll make you sort of, if you were thinking, yeah, I can just chuck this out in a day or 2 days, it'll make you think, do you know what, actually, do I want the stress of that? No, you probably don't. You want to be doing it in a way that is going to be nice and calm and well planned and considered. So follow those tips, and then you will hopefully find that it does all go smoothly for you. And if you are having problems, hopefully you have got someone there to support you and back you up, such as us, when it comes to that launch.
I know we've only shared 4 tips today, but we've got a blog post that's got 10 tips in it about like online launches in general, so not just membership sites but online launches in general.
Yes,
so we'll drop the link in for that on
Yeah.
our Facebook post and into YouTube.
Yeah,
and you can have a look at that.
Instagram, go to the link in our bio, find our blog, and you will see it was not the most recent post but the one before, so you'll be able to find it easily. Cool. That's all right, Abel. I'm Abel Mabel. I'm glad this has been helpful for you. And yeah, we will be back again next week with some more website and membership site tips. And if you want to go and see our back catalogue of all our videos, you can do so by going to our YouTube channel, which we are at Ready Steady Websites on YouTube, and we have got loads of different videos on there to help you with your website and membership site. So if there aren't any questions, and I'm guessing there's not because we're getting thanks and like thumbs up and things.
And,
So we will leave it there and we'll let you carry on with your day. Have a fab week and we'll be back next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.